purpose of these videos is to highlight the new appeal system for business rate appeals in Wales, which will become effective from the 1st of April 2023. The system is known as Check, Challenge, Appeal, and it's a fundamental departure from the existing appeal requirements in Wales, making the system much more demanding. The first phase is known as Check. That's an exchange of factual details with the Valuation Office Agency that will mostly relate to the physical details of the property, the areas. That process can take up to 12 months in terms of the Valuation Officer responding to the details that you submit in launching the check. It's our expectation that the Valuation Office Agency will be able to deal with checks well within the 12-month limit. When that limit has been reached and you can consider the facts, you can then make a decision in terms of whether you move on to phase 2, which is challenge. The second stage is known as challenge. This is the very important substantive change where you as appellant will be required to put a detailed statement of case to the Valuation Office Agency. That will be a written document. It needs to be comprehensive, as that will form the basis of your ongoing discussions with the Valuation Office Agency, and indeed that will be the basis of a further appeal to Valuation Tribunal. The valuation will need to be substantiated. That will, for most properties, need to produce comparable rental evidence as at the antecedent valuation date, which is the 1st of April 2021, which is still in the COVID world, so that can be a challenge in itself, establishing that information. Once you've made your challenge, the Valuation Officer has up to 18 months to respond to that challenge. It's our expectation that the Valuation Officer will be able to respond within that 18-month time period. The Valuation Officer will then, on the back of your challenge, either accept your challenge in full, in part, or reject your challenge. Once you've absorbed that written decision, you then have to decide whether you move on to the final appeal stage or you're content with the Valuation Officer's decision. The third stage of the process is known as appeal. So if you've had the Valuation Officer's decision notice on the back of your challenge, you then have 4 months to decide whether you're satisfied with the decision or dissatisfied with the decision. If you're dissatisfied, you have the option of making a formal appeal to the Valuation Tribunal Service. There's no charge for doing this in Wales, there is in England. You'll then give the documentation exchange to the Valuation Tribunal, who will then convene a formal hearing. That could be by the medium of Teams, or there is an aspiration to move back to face-to-face hearings. At the hearing, you'll have the opportunity to put your case to a tribunal. The Valuation Officer will do likewise, and then the tribunal will make a decision based on the merits of each respective party's cases. In terms of dealing with this new demanding system, Cooke and Arkwright have a large dedicated team of business rate professionals. We're well acquainted with the Check, Challenge, Appeal system from our experiences in England, where we represent clients. We can bring that expertise to bear to the new system in Wales and, crucially, produce positive outcomes for business rate clients.